Am I audible? So, yes, is everyone joining in? So, did you create yesterday in the data set which I have given to you? Yeah. Can you just share this slide with me? Overview it. I have shared my email ID. Please Puneet Goyal on the chat. You can see. Puneet Goyal, PUNEET.
You know that you can freeze on your debit card.
Thank you so much for calling City Family.
Click open on the right. Here. Let's send it like this. Let's send it. Are you able to see my screen? This file is opening up. I'm using an older version. That's why it's showing. Okay. Just created this chart, correct? So let's go one by one. Right, it says customer ID by 8 years. Okay, you're taking it from 50, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 50 to 50, 20 to 50, correct? So there are two, three things which I would like to tell you. First thing is, you have created this chart, correct? Go to this format, go to this title. Always change it. I don't know customer ID. What is customer ID? Why is it? So you can say number of customer by age group. Correct? So what is customer ID? I don't know. Right? So you should make a title correct. Second thing, you are already showing it as a number of customers, so you don't need anything on the y-axis. Correct? So you can just remove this y-axis, and now to know the exact count, just turn on the data labels. Correct? Next thing is, whenever you're showing anything in this chart, correct? How many customers I have? 4,000. Now out of those 4,000, 54 are presented in the age bracket of 10 to 14, correct? So now, rather than showing it in an absolute number, we should always show values as a table calculation, which is shown as a percentage of 10 to 10. Alright, because ये कर सकते हैं percentage of storage left में एक्सेस को कम कर दिया ना तो बने ये एक्चुअली और इसको एडिट करना तो परमानेंट इसका
Hello. Hi, good morning, everyone. Good evening to all of you. Shall I'm really sorry, I just got a little late. So, sorry for it. All of you. Wait, please.
Good morning, Amit.
Hi, good morning. Okay, so let's start. So I can request you all to please open that module 2. The file that we were using yesterday. Okay, so let's get started. Right, so did you all get a chance to try SUMIF function? So I think we worked on COUNTIF, COUNTIFS, right? So if we discuss COUNTIF functions, so we have these SUMIFs as well. So for example, right, let's make a small data set over here. So I am saying this is region, this is sales, right? So region is east, and we have west, east, and I put some sales over here. Okay, so suppose these are some numbers that we have, right? So in region east, the sale was done was for this much amount, right? then west, then some east again. So this is the data that I have. Suppose what I want to do is I want to find the total sales for the east, right? I want to find the total sales for east. So what I will do in that case is I'll be using the formula that is sum, right? So sum if, now see sum if is going to take three inputs, right? Like in COUNTIF, we were giving only two inputs. Sum if will take three inputs. And what are they? First of all, you tell what is the range, right? Where you want to apply the criteria. This is the range, comma. This is the criteria, comma. This is the sum. This is where you have to find the sum of the values, right? So if you will see now, it will give you the total for east only, right? It gives you the total for east. Right? So first you give the range where the value is, where the criteria is. Then you select the criteria and then you say this is where you have to find the sum of. You can make this data by yourself, right? You can just over here. What I've done is I have used one function. That function is called as rand between. See, rand between is a formula that will give you some random numbers. See, if I say uh, rand between, I am saying 10, 100. Right, this means it will generate random numbers between 10 to 100. Right, it will be any random number between 10 to 100. Are you all able to try it? Okay. Please, if you confirm if you are able to try this. I know you have to be very careful, right, when you select the ranges. If this range is from here to here, this also has to be from here to here. If suppose you select this over here and you select this from here, the formula will give you an error or it goes up till here. If they are unequal in the number of starting and the ending point, it will give you an error in that case. Now, this function that we discussed over here, that was SUMIF, right? SUMIF as in sum based on the basis of a condition. So now, see, if I ask you all a quick thing, if you see right now, like this function, that I have applied, rand between. See, rand between this formula, this is a volatile function, right? This is a volatile function. What do you mean by volatile? This is something we discussed. So in the past, so what is a volatile function?
Every time it changes.
Changing.
Correct. It changes. So every time if you see, whenever something changes in the Excel, the random numbers change. Suppose if I want that these random numbers, I want to fix them. I just wanted some random numbers to be generated. So how will I be able to fix them right now? That these numbers now should not change.
Kind of freezing.
No. Freezing, we don't have anything. We don't have any cell. So I won't be able to freeze anything in this.
Yeah.
See, what we do is we just copy these numbers, right? And over here only from the starting one, paste special, Alt ES and paste it, because right now it's a formula. So this formula will change, but if you will paste it as a value, it will change to value now. See, now this is not a formula anymore. We got the numbers with the help of formula, but I've pasted this as a value now. So now it will not change. Okay. So now what we will do is, in this, let me add additional column, right? Over here, let me add salesperson, right? So there is a salesperson A. And this is B. This is A again. Okay. Now suppose the question changes. I want to find the sum of sales. What is the sum of sales given by A in East region? What is the total sales that A generated in the East region? So that is where now we have two conditions, right? Now if you have two conditions, you will use sum if S. So I will say equal to sum if S. First is sum range. So now see, the criteria will be little different. First of all, sum range. Sum range means what do you want to find the sum of, comma, criteria range 1. Criteria range 1 is of salesperson. You select this, comma. What's the criteria? Criteria is this, comma. Criteria range 2. That is this. What's the criteria? That is East. So A and East. So that comes out to be as 230. Yep, please try this.
Amit, can you tell how to fix the numbers again in the sales column?
That is just select this range, right? Control shift, you just press control shift down arrow, copy it, and then just paste special, alt es values.
Yes.
Alt es is the shortcut for paste special.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. So now you all have that session file, right? Just a one quick question on that. So let's do that question in just a while. So we know what we will do is the superstore data that we have. Okay, so you can open that up, and what we will be doing is we will be creating a quick small report on that, right? So now I've just like in the last 2 days we have discussed quite a few formulas, and today also we are going to discuss some more formulas. But before that, I would like to talk on a very small topic over here that's called as data validation. Okay, so now what is data validation? Okay, see, data validation is basically, in the data validation, what we do is we talk about that. For example, if you're storing some information, you want to store the ID, you want to store the name, you want to store the gender, right? So now I'm saying ID is 1, right? Okay, ID is 1, 2, 3. Name is Sam, Harry, Jack. Gender is someone writing it as male, someone as M, right? Someone is writing boy. So now you see over here, and in the ID also someone writes 3 like this. Okay, so now this is 1, 2, 3, right? That is added over here. One second. Sorry. Yeah. So now I was talking about data validation over here, right? So over here, right, in the data validation. So now you have the IDs. So see, ID in the ID, what I want to do is I want to make sure that whenever someone comes over here, he enters a number only in this 1, 2, 3, 4, right? And what should happen is he should not be able to enter any character data in this, right? Like this, because that is not a right way of adding an ID. Similarly, if you see over here, gender that we have. So gender, someone is writing it as male, someone is writing it as a M, someone is writing it as a boy, right? This is how, people are adding the gender. So technically, if you see, it looks like there are three genders that you have, male, M, and boy, right? So now basically I want to ensure that a person should only be able to put a number, and in this a person should only be able to enter either male or female, right? That is something that we call it as a data validation. Validation means restricting the data what he can enter over there. So for that, what we do is, see, I'll delete this. Okay, I'll select this range. I will select this much part of the range. Okay, and I'll go in the data validation. Go in the data tab. All of you go in the data tab. Over there, you will find this option of data validation. Okay, if you click on that, from there choose. This is the dialog box that will come up. Data validation. So please, you just do this. Okay. See, now if you see in the data validation over here, you will see allow. By default, allow is any value. That means a person can put any value in this range. Suppose if you say a whole number, right? A whole number between 1 to 100. Right. So now I'm saying that a person should only be able to enter a number between 1 to 100 in this range. So now he will only be able to enter that. See, now I click on OK. Now if I come on this, if I put 1, it takes it. If I put AMIT, it will throw an error that you can't add this value. Retry. Let me put 2. Right. So that is how this is going to happen. Okay. Similarly, right, if you come over here in the gender, see, just write male and female over here. And if you come in this data validation, see over here you have an option of list. If you choose list, in the list, what you can do is you just select that you want only these two type of values to come over there. So I can select, see, I'll get a drop down. See, male or female. Oh, sorry. Now I have to select the complete range. Right? See, I'll be able to enter only male and female. If someone tries to write boy, they'll get an error. So this is list, right? So this is like data validation. If you see in the data validation, you will see quite a few options that you get. If you want to, if you only want to allow a person to enter a decimal number list that we have seen, if you only want a person should be able to enter a date or time or a length, a text of maximum 5 characters, 7 characters. So this is what you can do over here. Okay, so please try this, everyone. Data validation. Okay, so now what we will do over here is, see, with this superstore data, right? This is the data that I have. What I would like to do over here is I would like to create a report, right? So I would like to create a report over here. See, at the top, I would like to put a label for that report. So let's all do it together, right? So please select this range up till here, and you can say merge and center the sale. Let's click on this merge and center, and you can write sales report. Okay, you can write sales report over here. Okay, you can fill some color inside this. Okay. Now what I will do over here is I want to show what was the total sales that happened. Right? I would like to show total sales. So total sale was, see, I'm just merging the cells with this, right? In the total sales, I will say equal to sum of what? Sum of sales column. This is the total sales, right? We can make it little nice. Okay. Now over here, you can say merge and center. Let's same way find the total profit. Right, you can find the total profit over here. Right, that will be again the sum and sum of profit. Right, so I select the profit column. So you get the profit over here. See, we are just making a report out of it. That okay, from the entire data that I have, this was the total sales, this was the total profit, right? Now over here, similarly, can you please find the count of orders? Total orders. You have to find that over here. Okay. And then what you have to do is over here, you should have a drop down. Okay. Over here, you have to add a drop down. Drop down to select region. Right. Over here, you have to have a drop down. See, we have 4 regions. So person should be able to select the regions from here. Okay. And then whatsoever you selected that drop down. So what you have to do is you have to show the data like this. You should have all the category names over here. Furniture, technology, office supplies. Okay, these are the 3. And over here, you should have the segment names. Consumer, corporate, and home office. Right, these are the 3 segments that you have. And these are the 3 categories that you have. See, now just understand it. This is where you have to apply the formulas. Over here, you have to bring a drop down where I should be able to select the region. Suppose if I select East region, over here, I should get the sale of East region for consumer and furniture. East region, corporate and furniture. So this is where you have to give the sales numbers. So can you all try to do that? Yep. Right. So you have to put the drop down over here. So you have 4 regions, right? Like you have East, West, South, and Central. That region should come and you have to find the sum of sales. right? So what you can do is, see, if I have to put that drop down over here, see, I will first of all write down the region east, west, central, south. Okay, I'll write the 4 regions. So what I want to do is, over here, I'll click on the data validation. I'll choose a list, and in that list, I'm going to choose these 4 regions in this. Right, so this way what will now happen is, see, you can see the 4 regions have come up. So I can select that region from here. So please do this. Okay. Or I'll just grab my charger in 1 second. Okay. So now you know I have to find the formula of sum of sales for consumer and furniture for central region. See now all, can you please just answer the things with me, right? How we will apply this formula? Right. So if I say equal to sum f s, right? This is the formula that I will use. Yes. Nilima, Roshni, Shamila. Right. This is the formula that I will use. So what should be my first input in this? When I say sum f s, what should I select the first thing? Sum range. What shall be that?
Sales, all the sales.
Sorry,
Sales,
Sales.
which field?
sales.
Sales, right? So I go in this superstore, right?
Yes.
That will be this sales. Okay, comma. Then you have criteria range 1. So what should be that?
It should be
Consumer segment.
Right? We can say segment. No,
Yes.
that's the range. First, you have to select the range. So that is this segment.
Segment.
This is the range, comma, criteria. Right? So what's the criteria now? Criteria in
Consumer.
that range is consumer. Correct. Then I put a comma. then we have a criteria range 2. What should be that? Right, that will be category,
Yes, the furniture thing, yes.
correct, comma. And then I come back over here and I select that as furniture,
Furniture.
right? Then comma. Then we need one more criteria in this. What will be that?
Region?
Exactly, that will be region, right? So if I come to the superstore, that will be region, comma. So the region will be this over here, criteria will be this. See, now we have the formula is perfectly correct that is created now. This is going to give me the sum of sales for central. See, if I change to east, it will give the sales for east. If I select west or central, it gives me for that particular region. Now, the only thing is I just have to take care of the freezing of the things so that I can copy and paste the formula all across. Now, this is the only thing that is left in the formula and your report will be ready. So can you all try that? The freezing and the complete formula.
Amit,
Mhm.
can you give some simple method for the freezing stuff? I feel it's a bit confusing.
See, for that, the purpose of the thing that we have is you just have to, it's just like you have to keep look at the range, right?
Mhm.
You have to look at the range and you have to see that how that range is going to impact the formula when you copy and paste on the right hand side, right? See, now just answer this. If you are able to correctly answer it, it will be you. I think you will be going in the right direction. See, if you see right now, this is superstore data RR. Which range was this? This was the column of sales, correct?
Yes.
This was sales column, RR. Right, this was this RR column, sales. Correct?
Mm.
Now, let me ask you, if I will copy this formula on the right side, what will happen? Just answer for this range. What will happen to this?
The RR will move to right side.
And what will it become?
Mm.
See, if the R will move on the right side, what's on
Yes.
the right side?
Yes.
Yes.
S. Exactly. Right? Right?
Yes.
So this becomes sales. This sales becomes quantity. Correct? So it
Yes.
will give you the sum of quantity, which is wrong.
Mm-hmm.
So that is where what I'll do is I know that throughout the formula, I have to give the sum of sales. So I have to freeze it. So I will put F4. I will freeze it. Getting it? So
Yes.
that R should not change to S.
You're freezing both column and
See,
row.
see what happened. What happened in this is, what happened is when you select the entire column,
Mhm.
right? When I select the entire columns, so it all the rows are selected. So you will see
Yes.
row number is not coming itself,
Mhm.
right? That is why it selects the entire column.
Yes.
Now if I come on the next part to this is range of HH, right?
Yes.
That is
Consumer.
HH. HH was
Segment.
segment. Now that is the column of segment. Now if I again copy and paste on the right hand side, HH will become
Country.
I.
Yes.
I. So I am freezing this. Correct?
Yes.
This is freezed. Now the next part is, now this is where I will seek your answer. Now this is what? Consumer. Criteria. That is this cell. This
Yes.
particular cell. Okay. What is that? That is C12. right?
Yes.
Right, that is C12.
Hmm.
Now C12, if I'll copy and paste it down, what will C12 will become? If I paste
C13.
it down, if I
C13.
C13, if I paste it on the right side,
D12.
D12, correct? Now take a look at it. If I copy and paste the from the right hand side, right? Consumer should change to corporate. Corporate should change to home office, correct?
Yes.
Correct.
Yes.
So now, if consumer should change to corporate, then to home office, what should change?
The column.
Right? C should become D,
Yes.
D should become E,
Yes.
correct? But
So
should
the
the
row
row
is
change? But the row is, so should the row be changing? No, right? Row should
no.
not change. So
Row
that is
should be
why I
free.
will, correct. So I will just freeze the row in this,
Okay.
correct? So
Yes.
same way, if I come in the O1, in the O, what is O is category. I freeze it, okay? Then I come to the B13, right? So in the B13, B13 is this. In the B13, furniture should change to technology. Technology should change to office supplies. That means 13 should become 14 and 15. But when I paste it on the right side, B should not become C, correct?
Yes.
So I will freeze B in this.
Yes.
Then in the M is again the range, the complete range gets freezed. And then you have A9. In the A9, both row and column will be freezed.
Okay.
Because A9 is this central. This cell will never change. This will always remain this only, central one. Neither it will go left, right, up, down. So that is how the formula will become.
Thank you. Thank you, Amit.
Yeah. So just now, it's again a request. Now this is again, something which comes with practice, practice, and practice. So try to put this formula again once by yourself and keep freezing it right away.
Amit,
Hmm?
I don't understand how this is connected to the to the list actually. Do we need to do with every one of it for central, east, and west separately?
Sorry, I didn't get it.
No, how this is connected with the list? I couldn't get it.
This list, this one.
Mm-hmm.
So I have entered a data validation.
That part I understood, but how this formula is related? So how if it changes, if we select east, how it changes? That is I didn't get.
See, I think something is not right. See, somewhere some freezing code. HH I have not freezed. See what happened is, see, I have given this criteria over here, west. So the numbers are changing. So you're asking that how is it changing?
Mm-hmm.
So because see, in the formula we have written that in this last, my criteria is that I have to find a sale for whatsoever is written over here.
Mm-hmm.
So if it is written east, so it shows the sales for east. If it's written west, it shows it for west. So that is how it is changing. We have given the reference that whatsoever is written in the cell, so it will give you the sum of that.
Okay.
And that we have made a list. So that is what you're selecting. If I select central, so it's saying, okay, furniture consumer central. If I'm writing south, so it is saying furniture consumer south.
Mm-hmm.
right? Are you all clear on this, or still any doubts? See, you can ask me, right? Because we are like in the early stages, so it should not happen that like when we go ahead, so we still go with the doubts. If there is any doubt, please let me know. I know you can make this look little nice also. See, if you just add some colors in the back end. Okay, see, now you can make the report look little nice. Okay, this is, you can change the colors, right? So you can make this bold and italics. And you will see the chart will be created. I mean, the report looks little nice. Okay. Okay. Shall I move forward?
Yes.
So I know the next formula that we talk over here. Now this is where the most interesting formula of Excel will come, and which is asked a lot in the interview, something you will be using a lot. Okay, and that formula is VLOOKUP. Maybe let's do one thing. I'll just show you one, two. Before that, let me do one small two quick questions. See, for example, I have some names given over here. Name, suppose this is first name, this is last name. Right, first name is given as, suppose, like it is given Sam Renault, Sam Cook. Right, it's given over here David Reynolds. Right, so these are the first name and last name that are given to you. See, remember we discussed about the formulas when we talked about first name, we extracted the first name and the last name. Now suppose first name and last name is given to you and you want to create a full name. So how you can do that is you can simply say equal to this and this. See, it makes it Sam Cook. Right? I'm saying this and this. So you get the full name. Okay. Now, is there any problem in this name that we have created? What do you suggest? Do we have any problem in this name?
There is no space.
There is no space, right? So if I say equal to this, and if you want to put a space, you can say double quote space, and you want to combine this one, the space, and this one. So you see now you get Sam Cook, David and all. So I have made a full name over here out of this. Okay. So now you know what I'm doing over here is, see now this is a quick small, questionnaire on this Excel right now, right? So now, these are the questions that you have to try right now, right? So these are some quick questions that you all have to do. And it should not take more than 10 minutes for all of you to work on it. So please, I have shared this assignment, right? So please try these questions now. These are just based on the questions that we have all done, the topic that we have done. So you do take 10 minutes, then we will do it together. Hello? Yep. Are you able to do it? The questions? No. Like these questions that we have, I'll just open that up. Okay. See, we can just do it together as well. See, the first question says, how many people have scored more than 70? So how do you do this? If I say count if, right? This is the range, comma, criteria. So what's the criteria? Greater than 70, right? This will give you the count of those peoples who have scored more than 70. Okay. Right. So the people who have scored less than 100 fail, 100 to 150 pass, and more than 150 excellent. How do we do this? If formula, right? So we will apply on the total. If the total is less than 100, right, then we are calling it as fail. Value, if false, then we have to check condition again. If that same number is less than equal to is less than 150, then we are calling it as pass. Otherwise, excellent. Right? So there you get pass, well, excellent. Now you have this, you have to name one, name two, you have to combine it. How do we do that? Equal to this and double quotes at the rate and this, right? So you get this concatenation. Got it? So now if I come next over here, right now, if you see, can you try this question? The question says, how many marks, count how many marks you have scored more than 20 and less than 20, right? So this is which formula? Count if S, right? So criteria range is this, correct? Criteria is more than 20, right? Comma, this, comma, and less than 30. So 3 people have scored that way. Then you have to find the sum of min2's marks. See, min2 is coming 2 times, right? So you have to find the sum if equal to sum if. This is the range, criteria is min2, and you have to find the sum of this. So min2 is 96, right? 84 plus 12, that gives you 96. Then this you should be able to do, and this you have to do. So these are little bit of numbers that you have. So these are the formulas. Now these two questions I will like you all to try it out, right? So Nilima, Roshni, Shamila, so are you all good with this, the things that we have done?
How do you do the sixth one?
In the sixth, what you have to do is you have to find the English marks. So okay. So English, you have to find the English marks of A, G, K, and A. That is like A has scored 57, G has scored 74. This is what you have to get over here.
What is A again?
A is the name, na? This name.
Two. Okay.
So like for A, you have to tell what is the English marks. These are the English marks. In the English math, this is the total. So if I apply simple sum if I say sum if, my range is this, comma, criteria is this, comma, sum of this 57, right? There I get it. So I just need to freeze the ranges. So make sure if I drag it down, I get the correct output.
So we are not doing any addition, but still, can we write some ifs there also?
See, sum if is it is just like giving the number. So if I just write 10 over here and I say what is the sum of it, that will be 10 only, right? If I say 10 and 12, the sum will be 22. So now A is coming only once, so it will add that once itself. That okay, A is coming only once, that is 57, right? G is coming only once, that makes it 74.
Okay. Thank you.
Right. So again, I will request you all to please try these questions again, right? Work on it. And I'll share similarly one more assignment over the WhatsApp. So over the weekend, or you will have a week to actually work on that. So you can try on it, right? So we will now be connecting on Monday and we will take the things ahead from there. Any other question, anything you would like to discuss? Perfect. So Sunday evening, I mean by Monday morning, basically. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.